Good.
Hi, it's Rene with TiPb.com. We're at Macworld 2010, and I'm talking to Dave Chartier from 1Password. How's it going, Dave?
Good. Thanks for having me.
So tell us about 1Password.
So 1Password is a password and identity management. It's we want to make your online and your offline life more secure and convenient. So it's a tool for storing all of your passwords, secure notes, software licenses, anything that you need to remember that you don't want to remember. Your social security number, driver's license, anything like that, you can store it in there. It's encrypted. It's very easy to fill those things into shopping carts, web registration forms.
I use it for software licenses all the time.
It's great for that. And so we want to make your online life more secure and convenient.
And you have two different versions in the App Store right now, correct?
We do. We have 1Password and then 1Password Pro. As the Pro name might suggest, there's some better features in there right now. We have some big features coming for it. But right now we have better integration with Safari on the iPhone, so it's easier to get your name and your password out of 1Password and into Safari on the phone. As we all probably know, Apple kind of limits what you can do. You can't really plug into applications like we can on the Mac, so it isn't quite as convenient on the iPhone. But some big things we have coming are wireless sync on the iPhone, so like with Dropbox, our favorite service. Yeah. So you'll just be able to sync wirelessly. You don't have to plug in. You don't have to be on the same. You have to be in the same building or the same state as your Mac, and you can get everything onto your iPhone.
Well, I already have Dropbox between my Macs for 1Password, so then the next step is just to have that pushed out into my iPhone.
Exactly.
Yeah. And you guys are also very, very quick whenever like a new version of Safari on the Mac, and whenever something new comes to the iPhone, you guys are always quick with the beta, quick with the release version. You're very good at keeping up with the technology.
Oh yeah, we have a lot of very enthusiastic users, the kind of people that just can't live without 1Password, and so we don't want to make them live without 1Password. So
because you hear about it, right?
Oh yeah, so Apple, Mozilla, they keep us on our toes for sure.
So what are some of your favorite things that you do with 1Password? Are users always looking for tips, expert opinions?
I love, one of my favorite things is form filling. I have to register, working in both as for 1Password as, their chief media producer, but also I freelance for news organizations. I have to sign up for forums and shopping carts, and so we have a lot of really great form filling features on the Mac where you can enter your favorite username, your favorite color, your typical security question, all those things. Just hit a keyboard shortcut when you show up at a new forum, and boom, it's all filled in.
And I should mention, you might know Dave from Infinite Loop on Ars Technica and now Macworld, so he's probably well known to people watching this anyway. One of the things I also liked on the Mac was the ability to make really strong encrypted passwords on there. You could just generate in any style you wanted too.
Yeah, that's one of our primary features. The idea is 1Password. You create one password that you remember yourself. Make it complicated. Throw some numbers, maybe some punctuation in there that nobody can really figure out. And then 1Password has a password generation tool, so you use a different password on every site. Just extremely long passwords, punctuation,
pseudo-random gook.
Yeah, non-guessable, extremely hard to crack, those kinds of things.
So the Steve Gibson dream application.
Exactly. All
right, so I have to ask the question, the iPad. I'm sure Dave and Ralston saw it, and I'm sure your designer, Dave, is that his name too?
Dan Peterson.
Dan Peterson, I apologize, Dan. I'm sure he saw it. They must be running around with their mock-ups already.
Oh yeah, we were actually on a company sort of team building cruise, out in the middle of the Gulf of Mexico, and we had to pay for the 55-cent a minute internet to actually check in and see the announcement, and immediately they just started going nuts over it. Dan is really excited. We're building a completely new custom, design for the iPad. We've got some really cool features coming for it. I can't talk about them.
No, for sure.
But
you guys do tease them. When I saw 1Password Pro, there was a list. It did tell us some stuff coming soon.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. The iPad, we're playing a little closer. We're really excited about the iPad.
Okay.
And they want to hit it on day one.
So stay tuned.
Definitely.
Thank you very much, Dave. It was a pleasure talking to you.
Thanks a lot.
Appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.